Okay guys, this is part 2 of the video and I'm going to do my introduction again. My name is Nicola Thompson Harris, and like I said, I hail all the way from Ghana, South America, live in Ozone Park in Queens, New York, 11416. I work on Duane Reade, the 86th Street branch. I am a mother of 2 children. This is the face of a black woman who has been continued to be abused behind the scenes for 5 years. Right? This behind the scenes abuse has been conducted by several groups: a Guyanese family, a Haitian elder spiritualist, a group of people that belongs to a gun range, a Dominican Republic bisexual man, and I have no problem, again, a man or woman's sexual preference. To each his own. But when a bisexual man is coming for me, I have to speak. Now, like I said, I have nothing against that. But I would like these people to tell the masses the reason why they are really, really attacking me. A Haitian female, a Latina Hispanic female within the community, Ozone Park where I live, and a court clerk. Part 2. It is the blue collar that commit crimes and hide behind their compadres. But I want to let people to understand. If you are being faced by a group of people who are blocking your path, blocking your freedom of speech, your constitutional right to speak, to live your livelihood, to interfere with your livelihood, your family life, if there are a group of people who are playing this God in your life, you have to speak up. You cannot. I have sat down for too long. At this stage of my life, I am fearless. Fearless. I do not care where or who get involved at this particular point in time. Because I have been speaking for a moment. And these people have managed to build a lie, on a lie, on a lie, on a lie, and get away with it. These people have involved people in their karma and don't even realize that when it all boils down to the tiny speck, for the main reason is because one man or woman felt that their ego was broken. That's it. Their ego was broken. And how dare you, a small person like you, have that voice to speak? Well, I have always had a voice. If you had done the research, you would have known that I've always had a voice. What has happened is that when I came to this country, I followed the rules. The rule is that when you come to a community, you look, you observe, and you do your thing. Once you're not a threat and you're not interfering with society. But I do not conform to the societal norms that believe that they should antagonize you because you come from a different country or a poor country or a developing country. They feel like you don't know anything, you know? You have nothing because you come from a small country. I've worked with people of caliber and class. I've worked with the United Nations in my country, which means I've worked with many people from different nations. I've dealt with different caliber of people. I've been in human resources for many years, so I've dealt with different personalities. I've given up all of that to come to a country because it was family. Well, I've learned the hard way because there's no family. But I'm okay with that. That's how I gain my strength to know that I have to stand alone. But what I'm not going to accept is the lies that have been told over and over again to block my path. Now, two things I've said. America is not for everybody. No. America is a country. You come, you work, you earn, and you should leave. You see, a country like America, who talks about policies and principles and so many systems out there to protect the vulnerable, the female, that's a lot on paper, or it's only applicable to certain people. The voiceless. One like me who has a voice because if I'm hurting and something feel funny, I'm going to say, hey, you're hurting me. Some people don't want to say it hurt them. So they sit there, endure that pain for a century until it festers and it becomes something major. And then their arm is defective. I'm different. I'm going to say, no, my hands is hurting. And if I see someone else's arm is hurting, I will help them. That's who I am. Now, how did I get involved in a group of such barbaric, thieves, scandalous people? It's because when I first came to this country, I really thought people really had integrity. You heard so much about America until you realize that your own ex-in-laws or family would sell you for $1, would sell you for $1. But you see, for me, I would never I cannot do that. I ain't gonna sell a family for $1 or money, because money come and go. I wouldn't do that, but they have done that. So they have tried to make my path impossible to live. They have created so much scenarios, try to tell people I'm crazy, literally come up with a medical report when I've never seen a doctor to diagnose me as medically unfit. I've been working from the time I come to this country to now. They have 1 or 2 times I was unemployment for a couple of months. But there I go again. And they have made my path unbearable. But I stood it out. I stood it out. This is what I want to say to the people. And like I said, I anticipate you blocking this video. But I'm doing this for a purpose. Very strategic, intentionally. If somebody come to a country and they didn't do anything, and they thought that they could earn the right way, I think you should give them a chance, because they're not interfering with your pocket. However, you look at them as a meal ticket, and they didn't understand that narrative. But eventually, I got it. So when I was asked about the book that I wrote, somebody asked me to buy my book. I realized that they were stealing my intellectual property rights. But then I'm just a normal little person from another country. Why would you see it fit to take from humble me? I'll tell you why. Because these people are visionless. They have nothing going for them. And the only thing they can do to gain wealth and to look good is to take from humble beings. I will continue to fight for my right and my justice. To God I give glory.